So this movie opens. Now, listen, I like this movie, but it teased the fuck out of me by opening with this little hi-hat cymbals. I was like, wait a minute, is that Blind by Korn?
It was, and it is, but they don't go anywhere with it. I know they end it as soon as they go on the plane, but they do pick it up later.
Way later, but I was like,
I'm
my God.
Oh, fuck, are you? Like, how do you skip the Are You Ready? That's what you jump out of the airplane for. You leave it when you're outside. You get in the airplane, you do your business. Bitch jumps out the window. Are you ready?
Yes.
That's when you fucking do it.
They didn't even get to...
It was ding-a-ling-a-ding-a-ding-a-ding.
Then it gets into the plane. McGee, the one thing I think everybody knows about him is he hates flying. He will not fly. He's made the movie We Are Marshall about a plane crash that killed a whole football team as a warning. Don't be in the planes.
So he's the guy that made The Shining.
Stanley Kubrick.
Yeah. Everyone has to go to Michigan to go make a movie with McGee, wherever the fuck he's from Kalamazoo.
He took a boat to Australia to film Terminator Salvation.
I'll be there in 3 months.
Stanley Kubrick is afraid of flying, not because he thinks flying is dangerous. He's afraid like the CIA is going to shoot him down. That's his.
Okay.
I think he actually was paranoid that the government was after him. That's why you always had to film in London. Even when you're filming Vietnam scenes, we're going to recreate Vietnam.
Use your imagination, people.
So they tease you with Blind, but then we go into the airplane, and this airplane's got there's all kinds of colorful characters running around, and we eventually follow an African American gentleman in African garb, and then realize it's LL Cool J. What's he doing here? And then he sits next to him.
It's a tiny Steve Buscemi.
Who is this guy? I know this guy.
It's got to be Steve Buscemi. Who else looks like this?
It's not Steve Buscemi. That's somebody though.
Look him up.
As I think, isn't there like a thing where like one of the the flight attendant's like, excuse me, sir, you can't be going up here into first class.
This is for first class. He looks him up and down. He's like, oh, I believe I am. And get him.
My ticket. Yeah. So he's like, oh, okay. But then LL Cool J sits down and talks to the guy next to him. And he's like, hey, fellow terrorist, are we ready to do terrorism? Yes, we are. And,
here's
pulls out a
blood
bomb.
Diamonds. Here's the vest on me.
And this is, a year before 9/11. So, and on TV, it's playing TJ Hooker, the movie. And then LL Cool J says to the guy next to him, he's like, another movie from an old TV show. God.
Tori Spelling joke. Ha, 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 ha.
Which,
not Tori Spelling. Aaron Spelling. Sorry. You could just hear Aaron Spelling go, make sure this joke gets in there. Then they'll know I'm being dumb.
I think they all have to do that because we just watched 21 Jump Street and that also has that joke.
Just have the confidence to just let it be.
You don't need to acknowledge that. LL Cool J grabs the other guy and jumps out of the escape hatch with him, and then a lady jumps out of a nearby helicopter, detaches the bomb, and there's just kind of a cool parachute sequence.
Yes.
Lucy Liu.
And then they're doing your favorite thing, Matt, which is Cameron Diaz is really driving a boat.
Yeah.
You can see the water on her.
You're out on an actual boat.
She's jiggling, she's sweating, she's doing all the things you do on a boat.
And then Lucy Liu lands, and then LL Cool J lands, and then demasks, and it's Drew Barrymore. As in blackface, I guess.
I mean, when people point to the brown face in this movie, I don't think they care so much about this.
So you texted me and said Drew Barrymore's in brownface in this movie, and I thought this was what you were talking about.
It's LL Cool J. I would have said blackface.
Well, I was like, why is she calling it brownface? But okay,
yeah, it's literally when they're belly dancers. She and it's not even like a dark shade. It's just noticeably different. And she's in the crowd. She's not even on the stage. What are you doing? This is like a thought that they had and didn't go anywhere with it. Just unfortunately still use the footage.
Yeah. Now, I mean, blackface is bad. I don't think that they would I don't think a Mission Impossible movie today would have Tom Cruise put on the mask of a black person, even though there would never be any actual blackface by definition. They would just now replace him with a black actor. It does feel a little weird, but the joke is supposed to be how outrageous it is.
How big LL Cool J is compared to, they're like, what's the polar opposite of Drew Barrymore?
Exactly.
That's all they were trying to do. I mean, and I don't fault it. This just feels like a even more innocent Austin Powers joke.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
So, okay, once upon a time, there were three very different girls. And in the opening credits, we get to see each of these three women who I will never call by name because I can't keep track of their names. We'll just use the actresses' names. Drew Barrymore was like a punk rock badass chick.
Who broke her arm and flicks off things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And has a tongue piercing, which is what Drew Barrymore kind of was in real life. Addicted to cocaine as a child, but from an insanely wealthy and powerful family. And
so they could support her habit. That's smart.
Yes. That's
smart.
If you want to develop these bad habits,
support.
Little life hack is have a good, expensive, wealthy family. Lucy Liu is the prim and proper one. Cameron Diaz is the nerd. So I guess
I do love Karen Diaz in the headgear. It is so funny to me. What the braces in the headgear, doing stunt driving.
Yeah,
it works.
I guess her deal throughout the movie is like she dreams of being like a cool dancer on stage.
Yes, but she is a huge dork who just happened to like get into a hot body. She the dork inside never realized that it became hot.
And when we get to the scene where she does the dance at the Soul Train, this also speaks to my inability to understand dancing, where she's dancing and I'm like, I don't get the joke. Is the joke that she's bad or good?
Bad.
What? Okay.
Bad, but then so joy. It's just like the scene from My Best Friend's Wedding where she's so bad at singing that it ends up endearing her to the crowd and they all just get into it and back her up and make it good. Same thing happens in this movie.
So they're literally just recycling that. All right, I'm going to deduct the movie half a star.
Wait, no, but for her to think that she can go on Soul Train and get on the stage and for that to be totally fine, that she should be able to steal the show, I think get the movie understanding that's not your place, dude. Get down. Come on. And then because she's so just can't stop dancing, finally people are just like, okay, you do your thing. Like they're tolerant of her, not like, we all like this now.
No, they do chant "Go White Girl."
Yes, but they're poking fun, right?
Okay.
They're not accepting her into
Okay.
now you're one of us.
John Forsythe as Charlie explains in the narration, dude, these are the angels. They do all kinds of shit for me and I'm their boss. Okay.
I am confused about the loving connection they all have. I'm sure maybe that's more explained in the show, but just this like this just admiration and this like pure knowing that Charlie is good and that he couldn't have done anything bad like kill this man's father, which he's in military intelligence. Of course he could have.
I know, I love that.
So I do that. You just jump into it. You don't question it. It just is the way they feel about Bosley. It just is. But then you grow to know and look at Bosley and like, I'd love that guy too. With Charlie, it is a little bit like, where I'm missing a piece of this.
Yeah, I mean, I think that, well, they definitely say with Drew Barrymore that her dad died.
Yeah.
And, you know, like in the James Bond universe, you recruit orphans.
And they all have to be, Matt, because if you have a mom and a dad, you're not going to do this work. You can't lie to them like that. You can't have all these skills without them knowing it. You do need to be a person that doesn't have people. And
that you don't have people, and the state will replace mother and father. But like, how are you an orphan who's also like an equestrian nerd and is doing dressage competitions? That doesn't make any sense.
Unless he adopted them when they're children. And like honed their skills.
Well, I'm glad that the movie accepts all of that on face value.
I do too. I don't need the whole thing.
It's a thing that reboots and remakes do all the time, is like, we're going to like, actually it's kind of fucked up. Even the first Mission Impossible, which I love, takes the lead from the Mission Impossible TV series and turns him evil in the movie.
It's actually more like Eleven's relationship to father. It's actually more like that. That's what we find out. These orphans. 11 and father. In Stranger Things?
In Stranger Things, okay.
Who else is named 11?
I don't know.
There's 15 girls
named 11. I didn't know you were
11?
talking about a person. Stranger Things? So 2016. Come on.
It's still a cultural touchstone. I touched it.
How long has it been since that last season, though? It's been like 4 years.
I don't know. I didn't even watch that one.
No, we did. We watched it.
I didn't mean to.
So we are on a houseboat now, and we see a naked Drew Barrymore strategically covered in a blanket as Tom Green cooks her breakfast.
She is just gorgeous. I just love the way she looks. I just love everything about Drew Barrymore.
Well, and hey, isn't it nice? She fucks 2 different guys in this movie just because she wants to. And the movie isn't like, hey, what a slut. She's fucking multiple different men, even though she's not in a relationship with them.
And she gets the ultimate like fucking vulnerable fuck you, being shot and killed after you just fucked a guy. But before he does that, he calls her good in bed. How novel that a fucking woman could be good in bed. I feel like that is never said in movies of this time. Like, fuck yeah, she's a tomcat. Oh, she's a Green.
Huh.
You didn't know tomcat meant good?
No, not that. I'm thinking about what you said. Yeah, it's only men who are described as good in bed.
If a woman's good in bed, she's a slut. A woman can only be demure in bed and in pain from the giant penis.
Yeah, you're right. Oh, that's what they traditionally meant. She was great in bed. She bursted with blood.
I felt real huge inside her.
Or the teacher from Election, her pussy gets so wet.
God, I can't hear that line without seeing his mouth up close because that's what they do. Her pussy is like,
So Tom Green, has fucked her brains out, presumably, because
she's just tired.
She's even like, oh, my brains. But he's like, hello, sunshine flower. I'm going
Starfish.
to make you a bacon casserole, starfish. But she's like, sorry, I gotta go, and doesn't explain it to him. I like that she likes this guy and is attracted to him, but will not be telling him anything about her life, is not even going to tell him we're in a relationship. Cameron Diaz is having a dream where she's a Vegas star of a Vegas review, but then
and she wakes up happier than anyone I've ever seen wake up to find out you're not what you actually want to be.
Yeah.
And then she just starts dancing, and I want to be mad at her. I want to hate her so bad until she starts doing the butt stuff, and I'm like, okay, this is funny. This is working for me. God damn it.
In the Spider-Man boy underwear, yes, very, very. I've not thought about this in 25 years, but I was like, oh, right.
Boner.
Right. Okay.
Boob boner.
And this was, and sorry to invite you all into my development. This was definitely a pre-puberty movie for me. So it was like, I am attracted and feeling horny and nowhere to put any of that energy.
And the Spider-Man part just confuses my dick more.
And so when Drew Barrymore is dangling naked out of the window, I'm pressing pause on the VHS like, can I see a butt crack? Can I see a butt crack? No, I cannot.
Negative.
Lucy Liu, meanwhile, is on a set of a movie, and we think she's actually having like a serious conversation with Matt LeBlanc, but no, they're rehearsing in a trailer. He's kind of playing Joey Tribbiani in the kinds of acting roles that Joey Tribbiani would have. And then Bosley is Bill Murray. He meets up with the three angels, and they get their assignment from Charlie. On TV, they see a briefing about this guy who's played by Sam Rockwell, who has been kidnapped.
I could not figure out who that was, and then he started acting very Sam Rockwell, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah, Sam Rockwell's been in our lives for so long, hasn't he? He's just been around.
like him.
Oh, sure. What's not to like? I love Sam Rockwell. Yeah. And yeah,
we should do his career. We'd never finish.
Summer of Rockwell. They see, so what is his character's name?
Bosley?
No, Sam Rockwell. Knox? It's Knox.
Oh, yeah. Eric Knox.
And his like business partner, Vivian Wood, played by Kelly Lynch, she's hired the agency. This Charlie's like agency. It's not a government agency. He's just like a private guy.
Right. So why is he an angel? Like, why is he such a great guy? He's a mercenary.
Yeah, that's all this is. Yeah.
With women.
And she comes in and she's like, listen, I got a prime suspect of the person who kidnapped my boss. It's this evil looking guy named Corbin, played by Tim Curry. Second movie in a row we've covered Tim Curry.
And I love that Cameron Diaz's character calls it exactly right, even though she's embarrassed because she's like, oh, the woman did it. Yeah, the woman did it.
Yeah. Should we do a summer of Tim Curry? Maybe we'll do that 2029.
Ooh, I like that.
So Tim Curry is getting a massage from Lucy Liu, who plays up the Asian masseuse thing, even yells bonsai before she jumps on his back. Okay. And she...
but she's doing that because he's acting like that. I mean, she's picking on it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know. She knocks him unconscious with her foot, and then the other angels come in, and they're dressed in Asian wigs. I Think I'm Turning Japanese is playing on the soundtrack. Yeah. It's a little much. Yeah. But they steal his Palm Pilot and duplicate his key. And they're going to infiltrate a party tonight. A party Tim Curry is attending.
But at least they are poking fun at Tim Curry's character, who fetishizes Japanese culture, because he even has a line of like, yeah, no, I had it all FedEx to me.
Yes, this entire...
And then his big homage at this very fancy party where he's tried to make everything very authentic is a giant sumo wrestling match with nipples. Like, I mean, it's not with nipples, but the sumo outfits even have giant nipples on them. I'm like, he's supposed to be a joke, but it is like having it both ways. Like, oh, we're not stupid and making fun of Japanese culture. He is.
Yes, but when we get to enjoy watching the people put on the silly sumo costumes and slam into each other, even like an actual Japanese Japanophile, I forget the word. If you're a Westerner who loves Japanese culture, like, yeah, you wouldn't be into putting on sumo costumes.
Right.
The party is in a 13th century Shinto temple, which he has FedExed from Kyoto and installed at the top of this LA high rise.
Right.
And let's see, Cameron Diaz is posing as a waitress, and she meets bartender Luke Wilson. He's like, "Oh, I'm a bartender. You're very swell, I guess."
Has ever been any character Sam Rockwell has ever played more like Luke Wilson? I'm confused the whole time. Like, which one are you? Which one are you?
You're saying you're getting Sam Rockwell and Luke Wilson confused?
Like, because the affected voice that Rockwell uses to be his nerd voice before he's cool.
Okay.
It sounds just like Luke, and his hair's even kind of like, I'm like, this is weird. Why are they so similar?
Oh, I didn't pick up on that.
It's not on purpose. It's just like, that's a weird choice.
So they start like flirting with each other, and she's doing the, bubbly Cameron Diaz delightful thing. He's like, "Hey, say, you want to go out on Thursday? I love Thursday. Great, I'm going to get tickets."
No, I love tickets. No, she says, "Thursday's my favorite. I'm going to get tickets. I love tickets." And then they're like, "Good, someone that finally talks Nickel or Nick or whatever they call her." And I'm like, that was fun and cute. Okay.
Yeah, he doesn't even tell her what it's tickets to. Just, "Oh, great, I'd love to go to an event."
I have fun most places.
At a ticketed event. All right, now we finally meet Crispin Glover. Plays, I guess, the Thin Man. I don't think he says a word in the movie.
Where else do I know this? He's haunting. He's so upsetting
Crispin
looking.
Glover. Well,
don't be an asshole about it, Matt. Can you tone it down?
Back to the...
he's Biff.
No, he's George McFly.
That's what he said.
He's playing an imposing henchman, and his dad famously played a Bond henchman in Diamonds Are Forever. But he never talks, and he does a lot of fighting, and he's very imposing here. It's just interesting because you hire Crispin Glover to say weird things. Instead, he just does weird things.
He's right, but a guy that knows how to make you feel a little awkward can do it without words too. In fact, they almost always do.
Mm-hmm.
He's very creepy in this movie. I like it.
Uh-huh.
And his piercing blue eyes are like an interesting counter to Cameron Diaz's. Is like they make a point to show his eyes the whole time.
They get just some fights with him and then end up in a dungeon in this party where Sam Rockwell is locked up.
Dungeon.
So Sam Rockwell, they're like, "Oh, we did it. We rescued him. Movie over, I guess, right?" "Yeah, I think so." You, the viewer, are like, "I wonder if Sam Rockwell will be the bad guy."
I didn't wonder. I just kept waiting for the woman part. I was bummed when it was him. And then I was delighted because I was like, "You were fun."
So they regroup with Sam Rockwell at their headquarters, and he starts explaining, "Okay, guys, imagine a dystopia where everyone in the world has a cell phone on them at all times, and it can be traced by a private company, and anyone's location can be revealed at any time."
No.
And they're so horrified by this. They're like, "We have to go to any ends to stop it. We will do this incredible mission where we will, Mission Impossible style, infiltrate a secret high-tech facility so that we can stop that horrible reality that is going to happen in about 9 years."
Right.
The movie thinks it's like inventing this villainous scheme.
It is. It also happened.
Yeah, it also happened, and we happily went along with it.
Gave them the idea. Well, because it doesn't happen like this. It happens slowly with benefits.
Mm-hmm.
There's no benefit here.
No, I know. And yes, and people like Lacey and I are like, "Oh, this is positively Orwellian. What are we in 1984? Yes, I'll pay for $15 a month for Life 360 Plus, please. Thank you. Now I can see where my wife is all the time."
We don't pay for 360.
No, we don't.
I would like Plus.
Why though? Just because you like having Plus?
For when our kid drives, that's when I want it.
But what will it do that it does not do yet?
It has crashed
stops you from getting in car
No,
accidents?
It tells you once your kid's dead. And it also comes with roadside assistance, which is the thing I want.
You have had the entire time I've known you so much faith in roadside assistance.
I've never
and,
used it.
Car warranties and stuff that has never in my experience ever worked for anything.
What are you talking? What do you have it for? Where do you purchase this? You don't have AAA.
Our car insurance includes AAA, roadside assistance, and when I called to get it, I called to get it. They basically laughed at me.
That's a stupid way to get it.
We'll be there in 3 days.
AAA.
Sure, AAA.
I'm sure the fuck don't use Geico for it or whatever the hell.
It'd be the end of privacy, Sam Rockwell says. So we got to stop Tim Curry from doing this. Okay, great. So listen, he's he's at the race car track right now for some reason. So we got to go infiltrate
right.
that.
We just need you guys in different outfits. No, it's the
And
race
what,
car.
what do they do with the race car track? They
They get something out of the trunk. They put a camera onto his briefcase so they can.
under Crispin Glover's briefcase, yeah.
No, I don't think so. Onto
On Tim Curry's?
yeah, so that he can take them on a little tour around because it's a Jaguar that they're getting into, and the Jaguar has a driver. So why would Crispin Glover have a driver?
And then Crispin Glover chases one of them in race cars. They go outside of the race car track, end up on a bridge, and then
End up on the bridge, right? Isn't that like the famous San Diego bridge?
this is San Diego.
I don't know, man. It was one of those bridges with all the stuff.
Boy, we're doing a bad job this episode knowing things. I think it's in a place with the bridge.
They don't really tell you.
Yeah, because I thought this movie takes place in LA. But you know what? If you're in LA, you could go to San Diego. That's possible.
And
You
they do
could-
go to Catalina as well.
They do?
Yeah, it's where the bird's from.
No, it's from Carmel.
That's the same thing as Catalina. You know, he doesn't know California at all, guys.
So
How embarrassing for him.
I know.
It's a cockaninny Finchy hood. That's the name of the bird. And this fucking weird thing that Crispin Glover's character is that he's just collecting hair lockets from all of them. And all I can still think is, like, that's a large chunk of hair you're taking from these ladies. Look at his blue eyes. See, I told you.
Those are very piercing blue.
Yes.
Yeah. He's just like, well, if I can't talk and do my normal weird stuff, I got to find other weird stuff. Oh, hair. Yeah.
It works for me.
They got to go get a like fingerprint from a guy who works at this facility. So they dress up as belly dancers and Drew Barrymore puts on brown face completely unnecessarily.
The two on the stage have the light shining bright down on them and they're white as day. What did we need this for?
And this is what Lacey was talking about. And I did not notice at all. Just because I have, as I said, I don't even see women. And I legit like have face blindness. So I didn't notice that she made herself bronzer, but this is one of the first Google results for Charlie's Angels or just Drew Barrymore brown face. Oh yeah, she certainly did for this totally necessary thing. And then they also dress up as Bavarian beer wenches to go to the house of the other guy they need a fingerprint from. And that's how they get the fucking thumbprint and eye scan.
Right. The tuba gets the eye scan. I was going to say, I like when they dress up like men. We're here now. I'll talk about it now.
Dress up as men to go into the Red Star facility.
Drew Barrymore is a very funny looking man. And like there's bloopers at the end where she's dancing and it tickles me. Cameron Diaz, also a very convincing man in this.
They're men and they're flanking Lucy Liu, who is dressed in this dominatrix outfit. She's coming into this business filled with nerdy men in short sleeves but wearing ties.
She knows what they like.
And she's going to
hugs and threats.
Dominate them into efficiency.
Who wants to help me? At the end of being like, you fucking idiots! I love you so much. Who wants to help me? That's how you do it.
It is.
Then you get a khaki pants parade full of simmy chubbies.
She's talking about their dicks, not their stomachs.
Oh, right.
Melissa McCarthy, early career performance from her, playing Doris.
Good.
She calls Lucy Liu a bitch. But then, I mean, like Lucy Liu's, you get dominatrixes to come into your office to yell at your employees so that they'll be more obedient employees. Instead, she like leads a worker uprising. She's like, the managers don't do shit. You're the ones who make this company go. Like, seize control of the means of production. She's like literally quoting Karl Marx. Meanwhile, Cameron Diaz infiltrates the secret like Mission Impossible facility, puts on an all white jumpsuit, does a bunch of gymnastics to get into the mainframe, and it works.
It works like a charm.
And they go back to Sam Rockwell, and he's like, great. You're saying we have complete access to their top secret files?
What a couple of hot, useful idiots. Sure glad we hired y'all.
Yep.
Money'll get you anything.
Mission accomplished, but we're worried that they're still going to come after you, Sam Rockwell. So one of us needs to go back with you to your house to make sure you're not in any danger.
Good thing one of us is very attracted to you.
They go to the Jetsons' house in the Hollywood Hills. I think this house has been used in a lot of different movies. I think it was used in Brian De Palma's Body Double. It's just a famous spaceship that you can go.
It's also not one where you'd want to commit a murder where you shoot someone through your glass. You know how expensive one of those pieces of glass would be, Sam? That's not the way. You don't shoot.
It's not using your head.
You don't shoot Drew Barrymore through your spaceship.
If you were more strategic, maybe you wouldn't have to do like corporate espionage. You could just come up with the stuff on your own. But
I thought he was a smart rich guy. Why isn't he doing all this by himself?
So Drew Barrymore goes with him because, as Lacey said, she is attracted to him. And then she's like, all right, it all seems to be good here. And he's like, no, wait, you can't leave because I don't know how to make chicken.
Bake.
She's like, what?
What?
Like, you want to do shake and bake? I'll shake, you bake. And she goes, I want to shake.
Tomcat.
Another thing that made my pre-boner pop as a child.
Okay.
All right. The other two angels are off on their own little side dates. Luke Wilson takes Cameron Diaz to Soul Train. Lucy Liu is making a bad dinner in Matt LeBlanc's trailer. There's a little recurring joke with Lucy Liu. She can't cook. Her cooking's terrible.
That food looked amazing. I was so upset when it got shot up.
Yeah. Kelly Lynch goes to Bosley's apartment, puts the moves on him. So it's just an eventful night for everybody, really.
Everybody's getting erections. Drew Barrymore has the sex, and now she's no angel anymore. She gets a phone call saying, hey, we've been attacked. You might be being attacked as well. Sam's not safe, and it's this woman. And so she goes out in her toga bed sheets to tell him it's your partner, you're in danger. And actually, I'm the danger.
Yeah.
I saw you naked from the inside.
He starts becoming much more Sam Rockwell-esque, more evil in a way.
Can do the splits.
Now has this black outfit that he and his girlfriend, Kelly Lynch, are matching. These matching black leotards or whatever. He's now always dancing. He's always playing evil music to dance to.
Yeah.
And he had earlier showed her this picture. He's like, that's my father, and that's the man who killed him. You can't see his face in that picture.
Well, and that's a Vietnam picture. So the whole time I'm like, Charlie killed him, because that's the name of the enemy in Vietnam. Whoever is the enemy, it's Charlie. I was like, oh, that's so interesting that it would be Charlie. And it's Charlie. That's the plot. That's how that happened. Someone literally saw a photo and was like, oh, get it, guys, Charlie. Wouldn't that be a little spin?
Not to just to get ahead of the vultures. Not everyone, not all the enemies in Vietnam were Charlie. Charlie referred to the Viet Cong, the Victor Charlie VC.
Sorry.
Viet Cong. That's okay. Yeah, that's the man who killed him. They were in special forces or whatever together, and he turned on my father and murdered him in cold blood, and he got away with it too.
But not before he taught me everything about how to be militarily intelligent.
Does he say now to Drew Barrymore as he's holding the gun to her, like, your boss Charlie's the man who killed my father?
No, she puts it together.
Okay. So he shoots her and she flies out of the glass window.
It doesn't even shoot her. She just realizes she's going to get shot, so she jumps with the bullet.
But that's what we see in the next scene, where it then, rewinds. Hope you like being shot out of a window, baby.
I don't.
And we see that she is dangling naked by the bedsheet on the side of this Jetsons house.
We have heard of this scene a few times so far in this episode. I feel it seems familiar, Matt.
Yes, and then she falls, rolls down the hill naked. I did do a frame by frame in Adobe Premiere with the Blu-ray just to see. Do you ever see a butt crack? No, she is obviously wearing a flesh suit or whatever. It just seems like something Drew Barrymore would do because she's so crazy,
Well, she's already hanging out the window with tits out. What do you fucking want?
I insist on doing it for real, rolling down a hill naked for real. Because she's a flower child, Okay, so yeah, they all go back to HQ and they're going to go walk into their Charlie's office, but then it explodes. Oh no, we're in danger.
Bosley, in the meantime, has been taken, and he's no angel. He's not prepared to get out of situations. So he's very distraught, and he's locked up in some crazy, freaking Benghazi. That's wrong.
In a sort of a Benghazi.
You know what I'm saying?
No,
the other place. I mean, Benghazi. Budapest. Okay.
What, Abu Ghraib?
Yes, that's what I said, Benghazi.
He's being held in Abu Ghraib prison?
That's what it looks like.
Okay.
He doesn't seem like he's in California anymore. But then he's just in such distress and realizes he's still got the molar thing in his teeth where he can communicate with the ladies. And he just crying out, I'm here. Here are the things that I know. And luckily, a little songbird sang, and Cameron Diaz's random ability to know things pops up.
But that had not been teased, that she even knows bird calls. You're saying it's literally just she's such a nerd that she'll know that? No,
I'm saying that they are all full of skills that they're endless. And you got to think the actual show was probably constantly popping out these new skills just to fit the plot, the narrative, right? I think it's supposed to be part of the joke of oh yeah, it's a continuity titty muggins. And even the other girls are even like, what? They even surprise each other. I think it's funny.
It is. And there is I think my favorite moment in the movie is when Lucy Liu is doing some hacking and the bird lands in front of her. She looks up and she's just like, oh, and then says whatever the species of the bird is.
Booby hatch.
Oh, booby hatch. Bosley in prison. This is when they let Bill Murray just go. Just give us that Bill Murray classic.
Give it.
And he's just
gives like two.
Bring me some ice water.
Right. That's what I'm like. He's funny, just not in this. Like,
I would like to leave the prison now.
He wasn't feeling it. I feel like McG was like in the cell with him. All right, now try this, and he's just like, fully fuck you, fuck you.
But he manages to contact the angels through the molar thing, and he says like, if you can hear me, draw some triangles and find me, which I think is kind of funny because he means triangulate, and they know what he means. And he's like, I'm by the ocean and there's this bird. And Cameron Diaz is like, that bird is only found in one place and it's Carmel. Okay, we got to go to Carmel. But how are we going to get there? Oh, we'll get there in a boat. I know a guy who has a boat. It's Chad. Chad is Tom Green. The Chad, he always calls himself. Now, I think...
He is Tom Greening his ass off.
Now, what do you mean by that?
He's got like 5 things and he's doing the one thing he does the most up to level 11.
Well, he's got to make it count, you know?
The Chad. It's like, but did he ever consider maybe just like being himself and maybe like he'd be in more movies? I guess he was really pigeonholed.
And I feel like I don't remember. Did you see Freddy versus his
finger? Yeah, yeah.
You ever see that?
Yeah,
I've never seen that.
I won't watch it again because
like
of the skateboard scene. Won't do it.
Oh, I feel like it has been reclaimed by film people, and I think we also said this on our road trip episode 1 year ago.
Fine, but you can watch it and tell me when the skateboard part's over, and then I'll watch it.
Okay. But I don't think the idea of the Virgin and the Chad had been invented yet.
Oh.
Because his name is Chad.
Right. You think this is where it comes from?
I think it's just random. I think they just want to have a... Okay.
That's not how I took it. Yeah.
When I finally heard of that concept of the Virgin and the Chad, I was like, I mean, Chad is just the perfect... Yes, I literally knew a Chad who was Chad, who embodied the Chad.
I don't know what that means.
A guy who fucks. Guy in high school, like a popular boy who fucks a lot.
Got it. Okay, got it.
And yeah, his name is always Chad, even if it's not. But it usually is.
Because I need some Chad stick.
But he is singing Brandy on the high seas, and Drew Barrymore is singing it along with him. It's nice that she likes him.
But you got to think, if you're married to Tom Green, you're constantly trying to make him look like he's people, right? You're just like, no,
it's normal.
I'm going to stand right next to the side of his face and laugh at all of his jokes, even though I'm not even sure if he's making any. And Cameron Diaz, if you could stand behind me, you can laugh too, and this could be really normalized. I'm so sick of this. I just want a normal night.
Well, I hope it's not that. I think it's supposed to be that Drew Barrymore's character is also a little
it is.
Nuts.
It's absolutely that in the movie. But I'm wondering, Drew Barrymore, the fucking producer and actress in this really big action movie, who is looking at her husband, who she insisted do this fucking role. I'm sure it's some hope. It's not her going, this was the right choice. We're choosing the right choice right now.
They were married March 2001 through... After only 9 months, Tom Green filed for divorce. They said they were both young and inexperienced. They didn't talk for almost 20 years until they reunited on Drew Barrymore's talk show. Talk show. Kind of like our podcast. Our lives are only lived on the podcast now. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll rekindle old relationships and friendships just to have stuff to put on our show.
Should I go live in one of the bedrooms and you live in the other, and then we'll reunite
after 20 years?
Mm-hmm. That's how long it'll take to pay off this fucking house.
You only 20 years, you think? So they put on scuba gear. They swim to the island fortress, and Drew Barrymore immediately confronts Sam Rockwell, but she gets a gun pulled on her and locked in a chair.
But she knows what she's doing.
Yeah,
we're in capable hands. We are fully about to get our revenge on this fucking shooter. Fuck and then shooter.
Mm-hmm. Lucy Liu gets attacked by Crispin Glover. Cameron Diaz gets attacked by Kelly Lynch. So we have these 3 parallel action sequences where I think there's some kind of bad editing where Cameron Diaz will get the upper hand on Kelly Lynch, and Kelly Lynch will be prone on the ground, and then the next time you see them, Kelly Lynch will be back up and have the upper hand on her. And it's just kind of you want to see the rise and fall in the arcs of these individual fights, and it's they're not really building on each other like you'd like them to. But Drew Barrymore is able to get out of her chair. She does the exact same thing that Black Widow does in the first Avengers movie, where she's she's tied up in a chair and surrounded by all these tough men. And then she's like, you guys actually think you have the upper hand on me? Come on. No.
But she also does the exact same thing as The Rock and Jason Statham whenever they're sitting down with their hands tied behind their backs and they're calling their shot. First, I'm going to kick you across the face. Then I'm going to give you a haircut. Then,
God, just you saying that makes me unhappy.
Okay,
about that scene. Ugh.
But Drew Barrymore's doing it in a full like straddle split, which is just I'm so impressed.
Yeah, and I love that she is trying to do the lighter trick. She's trying to light the thing, her rope's on fire behind her back, and then it won't work. So she has to, you see her make the calculation. All right, got to try something else now. And she does. Okay. When Lucy Liu and Crispin Glover fight, finally we get to hear Blind. I can see, I'm going blind. I can see, I'm going blind. Blind, the best Korn song, right? I mean, it's their very first song, so it's you'd hope you'd have a better song later, but no, they
have fantastic songs. That just happens to be the best one.
Of course, yes.
Okay. There's that one. Go. So I think I've proved you wrong there. All right, and they win.
There's a helicopter sequence that I think is the worst action sequence in the movie, just because it's not shot very well. It's not you have stunt people who you don't want to show their faces, but they managed to. Sam Rockwell is like heading for Charlie's house.
He's finally triangulated.
Yeah, this whole thing has been like, Bosley is the only person that Charlie calls. So we'll kidnap Bosley. Charlie will call him, and then we'll trace his...
You could just take Bosley's phone, but whatever.
Yeah, it is an incredibly simple scheme, and we will just find Charlie's location. Oh, here it is. So he flies to Charlie's like beach hut.
Because he's just Jimmy Buffett.
He is kind of just Jimmy Buffett.
Stepped on a pop top and ripped off his flip-flop.
And he's going to shoot a missile at the fucking beach house, but Lucy Liu has hacked the missile and made it turn around and boomerang on the airplane, on the helicopter. So the three angels jump out of the helicopter and swim to shore. And they're like, guys, we're going to go into the house and meet Charlie. I can't believe it. Does my makeup look good? Yes, sister, it sure does. And then they go in and they're like, Charlie? And they hear, good morning, Charlie, or no, good morning, angels.
Good morning.
But no, it's coming from a fucking speaker box again.
Got those things everywhere.
Ugh, Charlie. So they take a load off, take a breather.
Well, because their HQ was blown to smithereens, so like they get to have a break. Mm-hmm. And I think it's a very cute little wrap 'em up moment. But I am confused as to why Charlie says he can't join them because he's busy watching out for little angels, which are them. He's right there. He's looking at them. What? Why?
This apparently was a staple of the show, is them asking, like, Charlie, are you going to join us for margaritas or whatever? And he was like, no, Angel.
The near misses. Yeah, the near misses.
But yeah, I can't. I got to look out for some angels, which is them. Because this whole thing is you can't see my face because I'm
rich.
Well,
and then you guys will...
Things would get complicated.
Well, and you guys would be implicated, right? I want to protect you. You guys are doing the work I need you to do. I don't want to make you more unsafe than I have to.
That's the nice version. The actual version is like, I'm playing like weird psychological games with all of you.
And I've got a gimpy leg. Can I say gimpy?
No, you're canceled. Goodbye. Bye-bye, honey. So I remember seeing this in theaters, and they're on the beach with Bosley, and they're like, Charlie, come on. He's like, no, sorry, angels. But then Drew Barrymore turns around and she sees a man in the distance talking on a phone, and she realizes that's Charlie. And I remember in the theater being like, oh, and they're like, what does this mean to me? Nothing. It's just that guy. Oh, it's him. He's Charlie. Okay. But that's the movie.
There you go.
Oh, well, in the closing credits shows how much fun they had, and they sing all the small things because this is a music video director. And I think McG, people give him a lot of shit, but I think he directs pretty well.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, just don't name yourself McG.
McLovin.
Just because your name is John McGinty, whatever your last name is.
Yeah, go with John McG.
But the movie has the vibes of a music video, and sometimes that's all you need.
I like the simple story. I like that it's not overcomplicated. I like that it's fun. It's a ride. It's in it. You get in, you get out before you get bored.
Yes, and that is what the story is, and that's how he directs it, with the style to match that kind of tone. So you always know the kind of movie you're watching. Everyone involved knows the kind of movie they're in. And that runtime, folks, it is like an hour and 39 minutes. You are in and out before you can even notice
And it is eye candy for the not blind, no matter how many Korn songs are in here, Ebert.